We were.
How come you guys haven't? How come we're not friends on Blizzard, huh?
I don't know, but we need to fix it.
Right. Well, my internet's not doing so good because your stream keeps buffering for me.
Well, get good. You're coming through on Discord just fine.
Yeah, you're coming on Discord great.
All right, well, that's good. That's the only part that counts, right? I don't need to watch myself.
That's true.
You narcissist. Okay. So, a little bit of a time expenditure there, although not terrible. I thought it was a bit worse. All things considered. So, given the fact that we're a little bit behind, do we want to just run through what we did last time when we were playing this thing?
That was a big ass.
We have only one goal. One goal. Get to the chopper!
Yeah, we were exfiltrating.
Yeah, that's where we were going.
You were
Yes.
the one who set that up. Just saying.
I didn't. Just
You
because
said
I'm
we had
wearing
to get-
pretty clothes, Bill, doesn't mean you get to kiss me. So you can't use that excuse.
You said we had to get to the helicopter, so we're going to get to the chopper.
It's a freaking jumper, not a fucking whirly. Wow, your stuff is pretty good.
All right, so we'll do Running Man instead. Get to the jumper.
Holy crap. That's a bit
Sorry,
too
bud.
intense.
Not going to win on this one.
I won already. You
Whoa,
just don't realize
whoa,
it.
brother.
Oh, okay.
You can't be using that music.
Yes, I can.
Not right away. You gotta warn us. You gotta lube us up first.
He did. That was why we had the Zelda music.
What music? I don't hear no music.
You gotta listen to the stream. Or the stream that he's sharing. His stream.
Yeah,
The
the
stream
stream
on
on
Dee's
Discord.
thing. The screen that he's sharing.
Yeah, because I usually play
Oh,
music while I'm
oh,
doing
good.
this stuff.
We're just trying to escape. That was we fought a bunch of people, and we took out a badass like cyborg, or not even cyborg, just a mechanical foe.
Yeah.
Well,
I got
you haven't taken him
destroyed.
out yet. He is still currently in the midst of being shook to death by
Right.
the rampaging berserker werewolf in the center of the room here. You guys want to decide to try and make your escape while that nonsense was going on. People downstairs
Right.
were slathered in some kind of lubricant and are having some difficulty with getting up the steps in any kind of particular order or speed. So there's that part of it that's working out in your favor as well. There is a lone escape route towards the back part of the apartment since you can't go down the steps, and you're going to head out that way.
Right. We were trying to figure out what we were gonna do with Tony because he was in a blood
Oh, yeah.
rage.
Yeah, I need to do whatever that roll is thinking is. Sanity. I forgot. I got that.
Yeah,
Sanity.
in order to break free of the berserker mode.
Sanity?
Yes.
Yep.
Sanity.
Sanity. 11.
Sanity.
Vanity?
I'm so pretty.
Is this episode 34? I thought we were on episode 33.
No, I don't know. I'm going with what I remembered. We can correct it later. It's not that big a deal.
That's true. That's true.
Rule 34?
Huh. So, Strode basically you hear basically Malcolm going, "Oi, Fluffy! We're leaving!" And then make your rolls.
Yep. I guess at that point in time, do I figure, do I knock me out of it or not?
What would you
Is
get?
that your inspirational speech?
Oh, 17.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
low
you're
I
enough.
made it right.
What's your eight?
Yeah.
What's your sanity anyway by itself?
By itself, it's 40, but I take a penalty of 20, so I should roll under 20.
Yeah,
right?
you just got 3 points underneath your sanity, which is what you needed to make it.
Good job.
God damn.
So the Scotsman.
You rolled a
words move
D100,
you.
right?
Yeah, two
Oh, percentile
D10s.
dice.
I got a
crazy.
10.
I thought you just rolled a regular, like,
2d10. I got under 20. Woo!
nat 20.
I got a. Yeah, I got
So-
two D10s.
Okay.
I got one to 10 and one to single digit.
You managed to snap out of it. Now, the thing about that is that you have this drone or... Whoa, what's going on? Ah. Nice. 6-month gift sub.
Nice.
Good stuff.
So, because I am a smart werewolf, knowing that I need to protect my client, I want to take the head off the body and take the head with us.
Well, it's not dead. It's still very much alive. You just wounded it, and it's obviously this side of it is slack.
The
Because you
left
had
side of it.
you had compressed it on the shoulder with your bite, pinched into
Oh.
it, realized it wasn't human, and then like clamped down really hard and started shaking back and forth. That's when this arm just went limp and it wasn't pushing the blade into your skull any further.
That's good. That was a little pokey.
You don't like that.
All right, so we're leaving.
Yeah,
Can it
we're
still
making
walk?
our escape. We're gonna have to what?
Can the thing walk?
Depends. Are you letting it go or not?
Well, I've got to go with. I'm going with them. So if I leave it, it's gonna chase us.
Maybe,
Well, what are you
maybe
gonna do
not. Who
then?
knows? Up to you, man. This is your decision.
It's the role play. What's
Yeah,
werewolf man gonna
Danny's
do?
gonna urge you to just leave.
You do have a
I'm
blade
just-
in your head, by the way.
Yeah, I do have a blade in my head. Yep. Can I throw it down the stairs with all the falling people?
I mean, yes, you can definitely give it a shot.
Okay, that's what I'm
It's
gonna
only
do.
got one arm right now that's functional.
Yeah, that might help it out. Climb the stairs. That was a joke. Tell me what I need to roll, and I'll do it.
You're just gonna be making you're just gonna be making a melee. Roll melee.
Okay.
Right. I remember where I stashed all my stuff.
What?
$23.
I knew I had a bunch of stuff for him.
Is this the encounter that somebody bought?
Yeah.
Long time ago? Yeah. I think that was a
Oh,
medium
dang.
encounter.
Wasn't it you, Schroed, that did this? I thought it was you.
It might have been me. Could have been
Oh, it
me.
was Bill.
Oh, I thought his was the lobby attack.
I think Schroeder's a lobby attack, yeah.
Oh, that
Ooh,
could have been it.
oh, I happened to hydrate at the time you redeemed that.
Okay.
Got you.
So, what'd you get on your
I rolled a
melee?
23. 23.
23, 23. Ooh. Let's see here. Which I know that it was you had come across, bit across this way, clamped here. This went limp, so it was his right arm. I had to try and remember where we were in the fight. Oh yeah. I forgot
Didn't
about
you have a
that.
spike through your head?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah, but
blade
he
that
said
came
it
out of his
released,
arm.
Kinda.
Yeah, he had a blade that came out of his
Oh,
arm,
okay.
and he stuck it into the side temple of this thing that was eating him. He clamped, and then his arm went limp because everything in here just broke. He had a system failure.
Shoulder cat.
Shoulder cat.
That's just
Like a shoulder cannon.
the predator.
Yes.
That'll do.
Okay. Cool. All
Instead
right.
of pew,
So
pew, it's mew mew mew.
Yeah.
you
She doesn't
hurl
like this one.
you hurl the drone down into the hallway. So you basically just take it, wrench it, and hurl it off to the side, which causes the blade to go out the side of your temple when you're doing because it was facing
that's
that
what we
same way. Yeah, I mean, you just hurl it down there. You hear a pop and some kind of a whiz as he's going through the air. And right after that, there's this hot tick sound that comes right after that. For whatever reason, you can see a cable out of its left arm, and it goes swinging up and hits up into the ceiling out of view, but it doesn't go down into the stairwell. You don't really have a lot of choice right now. I mean, the rest of them are heading out towards the back window, so you're going to be rear guard.
All right, I run towards them.
You mean run towards the
Towards
doorway?
us?
No, I run towards where the rest of my peoples are going.
Oh, okay, you're talking about like out the back window?
Out the window.
Yeah, okay.
Round the outside. Round the outside.
Okay, so we're all making a sprint
No,
for
out
it.
the
Now,
window.
the heavily armored enemies that were in here originally have either been broken because their sanity is completely out the window right now and have not been able to recover. So the two that have been drooling idiots in the back hallway are still doing that. There are a few dead in the rooms next door. One defenestrated out on the far room to the left. And, of course, as everyone is making their move, I need to make sure that... can I just have a fast, like, intelligence, like an intelligence essence check on everybody's part?
Everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
Intelligence essence.
Yes.
Yeah, so-
Means you have to take your intelligence and roll that number in d10s. So,
Roll
if you have
that
a...
number.
How much?
Minimum?
What's your intelligence?
It's a 3.
Okay, so you roll 3d10,
You're super
Yeah.
smart.
and you're going to be using the... It's going to be a standard target, so it's going to be 8 or above that counts as a success.
1 success.
Uno. Good enough.
0 successes.
Okay,
And
that makes
fails?
sense. Yeah, so are there any
No
ones with it?
fails.
Okay.
No, 2, 3, and a 4.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's see here. Let me do the rolling.
2 successes for Danny Blaze.
Good.
Roll. Let's see. 90, 10. Fail 1. Explode 10. Target. You said 7?
Target's always 8 unless I specify otherwise.
Sorry. 8.
You're good.
Okay.
Holy
got,
shit
4
balls.
successes.
Look at the big brain on Hugh.
Yeah, Hugh is just
He's an
going back.
investigator.
Well, there's that, but you
I
also take
estimate
note of the fact
window
that there
will
is
be-
3 other individuals right now who are basically locked in their room who has not been apprised of the situation. They've just heard gunfire,
Oh, yeah.
running, and all the rest of that. So, Hugh, you're the person who realizes that Brenner, Silva, and Vix are still inside that room barricaded.
Brenner, Silva, and Vix.
Huh?
Did you say Vix?
Yeah, Brenner, Silva, and Vix.
Yeah. All right. So, as we're heading out, he was going to stop and say, "Great googly moogly, we forgot some people."
All the ways to say it.
As Malcolm goes, good, bless it, and zips over to the back room.
Okay.
You know what? That was worth it just to see like Dee's brain implode for a second there.
Great Google it, Noogly.
Who's going out the window while Hugh and Malcolm are attempting to bring Silva and the rest out?
Sounds like Danny and
Brenner's going to be pushing Danny out. That part's
Yeah.
happening. Same thing with Tiberius.
Is there
They're
like
going
a
to be
fire escape out the window, or are we just
Yes.
like jumping to our freedom?
No. There is a fire escape up to the rooftop. That's where you're headed.
Okay. Yeah, Danny will go for that first.
Okay,
Alright.
so Tiberius
Yeah,
and
we're heading back.
Barnaby are going to be heading out with him. So that's 3 out of the party at this point. And then we've got Tony here who's doing what?
Tony will not leave people. He will be the rear guard, but yeah, he...
Okay, so you're standing in the hallway
Yeah,
making
he's-
sure nobody gets past.
Right.
Okay. That makes sense.
Filling the hallway.
All right, so yeah, I mean, you guys rush up to the door. You basically pound right through it, and when you do that, of course, there's not really. I mean, you guys pound through because Malcolm was first, so you can probably just, for shiggles, because these doors are reinforced. Can you just make me a body essence check, Bill?
Okay, that's 10.
What's so funny, Scott?
To give my post-it, I just said headbutt door, and it is perfect. Oh, eyeball.
What?
God.
I'm just imagining Malcolm like, help.
Up with the rod.
Wowzers.
Anyway.
Nice.
So what was the threshold?
The target was 8, like normal, so that's 1. That's good enough. I think. No, you're at 0. Not unless you,
I'm 0.
yeah.
0.
Alright, so you crash into the doorway. It resists. You can hear, like, preparatory, like, there's, like, a lot of, like, noise that you can't quite decipher because there's still a lot of action happening around you. Tony's, of course, guarding your right-hand flank as you're trying to barge into this door. If you hit it again, it looks like you've weakened some of its support, so roll me another one.
I mean, can he just open the door like it's a place human
It's
being?
barricaded. They had it blocked so that nobody could come in without forcible.
Fail, 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 fail.
All right.
So this is
I'm gonna
what he
knock
does.
Nicely.
He,
It's like,
he
hey, can you
basically
let us in?
pound, 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 and then goes dun 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 dun.
All right. At this point, you wait for half a moment. Excuse me. God, he's actually.
You know, Skype was fun, but I really enjoy having the OOC channel. For all its irreverence.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because we're all mature here. Anyway. Moving on.
Why are we
Well.
such children?
I don't know. It's a blessing, I guess. All right, so you don't manage to actually break the door down, but you tap that little code in there, and while that's happening, you finish up that little rapping noise, and the door just kind of shreds inwards, disappearing completely, and you can see Brenner's just like making this motion like he just swung it in. The whole door just vaporizes onto the ground in some kind of dust.
Brenner, we're leaving.
And it's just sort of like, I thought as much, like that. He goes, picking up Silva, who seems to be out, and Vix is right there in the room. He's like, just kind of looking a little bit like panicked and not really sure what to think of anything right now.
He looks at Big and goes, "Move, lad."
He's like, I'm moving. Like, he goes out the door trying to get towards the back entrance or the back window where the fire escape's located.
Ignore the fuzzy one.
I don't even think he was paying that much attention, to be honest. The adrenaline's peaking a little high. All right, this is where it gets to be important. Tony, you notice that something goes skipping across the ground from out of the doorway. Small, somewhat cylindrical, definitely not anything good.
That's a lightsaber.
You wish.
So it went past. So is it going past me towards my allies, or
No,
from my
it's
allies
in front of you
the other
because
direction?
you have the hallway that is to your left and slightly ahead of you, and so out of the doorway, sliding directly into your view, is this cylindrical, smaller object. It's definitely a grenade of some kind.
I jump on it. And just hope it's not
Wow.
a silver grenade.
No, it's not a silver grenade.
One
Alright,
way to
can you hear
find out.
Yeah, one way to find out indeed.
okay?
Well, he
Yeah, we
goes.
can hear
He
you, Ken.
leaps onto this object. You guys are making it through. The disturbing part is that because you're collapsed on top of it, and the way that it all works together, it literally does double. It does double damage. What's your health?
Has it been around for me yet? That will determine it more or less.
Well, what's
This
your
last
where are you at in terms of your health or your hit points?
It was at 28 hit points when we left last session,
Okay,
but I regenerate every round. Of
This
some
is
point,
true. and you only can block what 14?
So. What
Because
do
your
you-
natural
what
armor and
blocks?
everything is 14, right?
My natural armor is 24, I think, right now. Yeah.
Okay.
That's your body plus whatever, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this thing goes off, and it's not your traditional explosion. It puffs out some kind of field. You don't know what it is. Everything in your head pops. Both your eardrums, they're gone. It happens just like that. And then all of a sudden you have a bone-crushing pressure that causes you to be pulled inward. Your legs, everything about you gets sucked into a ball, and you're just cradled up. The pain of it is excruciating. You hear several snaps as
Ouch.
as both legs, both clavicles, and your head actually suffer a fracture on the inside as you crunch together on this grenade.
I don't know how to do a puppy whimper, but that's the sound I'm making.
Yeah, you're actually making more like a
Did you
vomiting
just
up
get
blood
sucked into
noise.
a Pokeball?
No. The grenade, he looks mangled. While that happens, you guys seem to be, since he's more or less on top of the primary source of what's causing this, several objects, many things in the room actually get pulled inward towards him, doing even more damage to that. So you wink out, you're unconscious.
Okay, I'm unconscious. I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm resting.
Oh, the pain is gone for now.
Malcolm grabs,
Well-
him
Now,
by the
curiously,
grabs him by the scruff of his neck.
do I revert to human form, or do I stay the way I am when
You
I go
revert to
unconscious?
you revert to a human form once you are knocked unconscious.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well, that
so
could have done a lot of damage to us.
yeah, you guys hear the air pop. There's a sudden move of air that goes from the window in every outside area from where the radius of that grenade would have gone off. And then you just see him literally get crumpled up like a can that was stomped on. And he's just laying there bleeding. He's utterly naked, back into his human form once again, but he's got spiral fractures and all kinds of massive damage along all of his major limbs. He is screwed up, and he's not waking up either.
What kind of
Grenade
grenade
took my
was
clothes? Yeah, that grenade took my clothes. What kind of grenade was that?
We didn't have clothes to begin with because you changed.
You ripped out
Um,
of your
Pants
clothing.
stay on, kinda.
Malcolm- Malcolm's gonna kind of swoop down and try to grab him shoulder over arm and lift him as
I'll help.
best as he can.
Combat
help,
sense, please.
I'm coming there too. For who?
Anybody
Oh,
going to
that?
help?
Danny's out.
Oh, so-
Danny's out the window, making his way up.
Barnaby
you
and your father, Barnaby, Tiberius, and you, plus Brenner and the rest of them, are already moving out. This explosion is behind
Yeah.
you. They're pushing you forward. They're not
Finally,
even...
I rid myself of all
29.
this dead weight, and I can move on with my new life.
29.
29? Okay.
Combat sense. 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 There it is.
Good
let's
job.
See here. 9, 8. Okay.
Oh, I forgot I have a new power.
Oh. 14.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, so...
Oh.
Do we have his self listed here? No, but that's fine. So in that case... Yeah. Alright, in this case, neither you nor Bill catch it, despite the fact. It's pretty freaking high. Bill, I know you've got armor on. Hugh, what do you have?
I'm wearing that trench coat that's armored.
Right.
So
Okay.
my torso is 29 and everything else is 25 besides my head.
What's your head and armor? Do you have any on?
No, it's 5.
Do you have thick
Natural
skull?
armor. Do I?
Yeah, I'm
Didn't
asking.
you
you
do
do.
that?
I have thick skull. Yes.
Okay.
I did get that recently when I got like beefed up.
Okay, and your total armor, sir?
Where?
On your body. Where the trench coat
My
is.
torso is 29.
Okay.
Like 29 for the torso, and then 25 for every extremity.
All right, so you go rushing forward, and you end up taking 3 shots, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. You end up going sprawl onto the ground. There's a sharp pain on the side and back of your head. It didn't go through your temple, but you've taken 10 damage. You see Hugh go down, Bill. And you see the shots. It would look like your partially dysfunctional drone has managed to land himself, and he's standing in the doorway left hand with a pistol forward after he just fired.
Okay, so, shit. All right. So, he is going to do two melee actions before
Okay.
he engages with 2 more melee actions.
Got it?
Fair?
Yeah.
He is going to throw his dirk. So as he's about to scoop down, he sees that, he takes his dirk and he throws it at the target. And then he's going to use that as a distraction to wrap him up with the kilt and then charge for 2 melee strikes.
Okay, so you're basically throwing, trying to grapple, and then doing 2 more hits.
Yep.
Okay.
Who's the one that shot us? I didn't
The
catch
drone.
That, I'm sorry.
The drone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
That's what you're calling it. Okay.
okay, so that's just going to be a standard plus 17 to that.
Standard plus 17.
Yeah, so plus 17 for the throw. 20.
Okay.
And then we're doing a melee strike. You wanted me to do melee strikes for...
Yeah, it's
Did
all
the-
melee. It's either melee or martial art, whichever one you want to use in that sense. Because you're using your kilt, which is part of you.
Okay.
And how's your blood pool doing?
Good. But I'm not killing anything that has blood, so we're fine. I've got
No,
like
I'm
4
more
left.
curious about the fact that you've been spending it so far to whip your freaking kilt around.
Well, this... Oh, shit. I can't do that. Okay. So now we're going to basically use the dagger to throw, and then we're going to go straight in with 3 melee attacks.
Okay, fire away, sir. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. 31, 25, and 30.
All right. So the blade bounces off of whatever sort of kinetic field seems to be there. What's the damage of that blade, by the way? Should be body plus whatever it was, or total is.
Your timing is impeccable. It's 16.
Okay. There it goes. Okay. You get into close range. You close distance. You start making sweeping cuts and very fast movements. It is keeping up with you using another kind. It's like basically just using its arm to kind of keep things around. It's positioning itself in such a way that it's keeping a wide stance, maintaining the hallway frame, and keeping you at bay at this point. But you guys are kind of locked in, but it seems to be managing itself fairly well. It then comes after you in a repetitive attack.
That's fine. He bellows back to Hugh. Get him out of here! No!
Well,
I was
what's your health
knocked
at with you? You're not you're not knocked unconscious. You just got knocked over. Taking a bullet to the side of the head will definitely throw you
I'm
down.
in pain. I'm in
Yeah.
pain. I'm at -3 right now. for my penalties.
Right. So in this case, what I'd like to have you do is make that body check -3 dice.
Okay.
Just to see if you can get yourself up from being disoriented.
All right. Where's my body is telling me no. I guess no, my mind is telling me no. It's my body.
My mind's telling me no.
Yeah, you got it.
But my body's telling me yes. Oh, but that's R. Kelly. I don't see nothing wrong.
With yellow streams.
What's the target?
8.
Okay. I thought it was, but I just always like to check. Hey, I got one. I got an explode.
All right.
Cool.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. You push through the absolute agony that's on the backside of your head. And you get yourself up. You don't throw up or anything, but you want to. And then you start, like, trying to get... you're going to have to try and pull him out of here.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Hold on. I came out of that a lot better than I thought. I actually gained 2 automatic successes when making a bod essence check to avoid physical condition effects like disoriented, shocked, or fatigued.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
there you
right.
go. So you ended up with
Go
3.
human.
It's my heroic conditioning.
Yes, you just haven't had the garbage beat out of you yet.
Well,
There's a reason I grabbed that.
it's a good thing you grabbed Thick Skull and that just recently, because I think you would have been totaled.
Oh yeah. Well, the shake it off to make it so that I had the 5 and natural armor, also is nice.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, so...
Oh.
Yeah, you kind of look down. So you push yourself up. Yes, you were nauseated. Yes, you're disoriented, but you can still function. You have this unconscious, like, werewolf naked guy in the middle of the room here who's now groaning, but it's completely, like, automatic. It's nothing to do with him being conscious or aware. You can see as his right leg completely resets into place, going back to normal, but his left leg and both arms are still messed up. So you're going to have to heft him under the shoulders and, like, start dragging him back down the hallway.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Going to do the shuffle, the truffle shuffle.
Okay. So you managed to pull that through.
Shuffle.
Bill, we're going to go through one more little round with you for a moment, and then we're going to switch up to Danny.
Who tripped on a ladder rung and fell to his death.
Okay. Bill, he comes at you with a couple of attacks. He actually starts to, he closes distance trying to get inside of your sword range. Goes for a couple of very fast punching strikes to head and body, trying to, like, keep you from being able to manipulate it. He's quick.
So he kind of sways to the left and the right, doing parrying actions with his sword.
Yeah.
So we will do. So we'll use melee.
Yep.
Sword. $27.
Okay. And the other one? Because you're still going to follow up even if he manages to break your defense for a moment.
Okay. $31.
Okay. He
So
gives
he's
you
he's not staying on the center line. He's kind of like he's basically guarding. He has no intention of trying to kill at this point. If he gets a kill opportunity, he will take it. But he's trying to delay.
and delay you are doing. You end up taking a very harsh blow to the head right before he ends up hitting you in the body. The body blow doesn't do anything because the you managed to push that aside and keeping yourself off center. But you feel the impact on your face. Do you have any natural armor?
No.
Okay, so that's 16 points of damage, but you don't have to worry about pain penalties. You're undead. What time of day was this again? We were in the middle of the day. Is it night? Okay.
Night.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you take that 16-point damage, and you guys are kind of in this lockstep together, moving around, trying maneuvering this fight into one's favor. Danny, you get pushed up those steps, You're making fast action. Vix is right behind you. Okay, and then you've got Brenner and Silva right by, right in front of Tiberius, who is pushing everybody out there last. I want you to make a combat sense once you actually make it to the roof.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Combat sense. Hey, my combat sense is higher than I thought.
Did you roll that in OCC? No, you didn't. Where did you guys roll it?
I just haven't rolled it yet, but it's an
Oh.
11, so.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Bill
Okay,
Nye
17.
the
Okay, that's good enough. You just had to beat average. Yeah. So, yeah, you push up the stairwell. Barnaby is right there guarding you, of course. It's a little bit cramped since these are like narrow metal stairs. They're basically just catwalk. So he's kind of in front with you. You go up. He seems to kind of miss it because he gets focused on the armored jumper that's sitting on the rooftop there. But you happen to notice that there are 2 drones that are hovering in air. They're basically just like little automated thopters. They immediately take interest as we emerge from the stairwell. You are
you
allowed
don't
a
mean,
chance.
I'll take you don't mean like the drone that they're fighting down.
No,
It's like,
yeah.
all right, Danny.
I'm talking about the actual kind of drone with the quad. Yeah, they're quadcopters.
Yeah. Ornithopters, just.
Yeah. But yeah, they're in the air. They hover and they basically start to go like that. They're coming down as you guys are emerging from the stairwell up on the rooftop.
And
How far
Danny was
away?
able to notice it, huh?
They are approximately 80 feet in closing.
Oh, that's outside of my normal spell range. Okay.
Well, either way, you can wait until they get there. They're moving fast.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking like my sparks and stuff is like 10 feet. So,
Yeah, that one. No,
When,
yeah, that's different.
when they basically if Danny's standing on solid ground and not like holding onto a ladder or running upstairs, once he gets to his feet on solid ground, then he'll go for a pair of darts to try and take them both out.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm gonna fire up the bracelet to make sure I have some successes.
I think you have one left, because I think you used a charge or 2 earlier.
I used soul burn earlier.
That too. I think you were going through
So
both.
I have. Let me see. What do I have left on my? Oh, I have 1 left. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I will do. My evocation of a 3d10. Target 7, fail 1. And so I have 2 successes because I'm burning 1 from the bracelet. So
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that'll be
so
good enough.
9 and, yeah.
That'll give you 2 bolts, easy, and you can just send them off. And since
Yeah.
it's simultaneous, I can say you can just roll 1 melee to see how you're accurate and go from there.
Okay. So my spell attack.
Yeah. Cast is successful.
21.
Damn, boy!
So
Boy.
Oh, you beat him by
Damn,
you
boy.
beat him by 1. They got 20
Oh,
on
good.
their maneuvering. So
it's gonna look like Dragon Ball Z, like maneuvering the key shot. Just like home in on them
That's cool.
and take them out. That's the plan.
yeah, so you're like that, and they go popping off. You
Yeah.
see that same swirl of smoke as it goes through the air. You make contact with both. Hell of a good shot on both ends. What was the power for those?
10.
10? Jesus, they're tiny little drones. They don't even have that much. Yeah, they suffer total system failure. There's actually a couple of
Yay.
pops as they go down. You can see something skip off the top of the rooftop. Looks like maybe smaller rounds, maybe 22 bullets or something like that. But small rounds were just like pittering off the rooftop. They were about ready to fire whenever you dropped them.
Yikes.
Now,
Okay.
Barnaby
good.
just kind of looks up like this. He goes like, "Shit, nice." Like that goes moving forward. You can see that the jumper is starting to kick off, and you hear Maglev kick in, and it starts to make that rumbling sound, and all Barnaby's just like, he's trying to take off. Let's go! Like, he's gonna try and see if he can't bum rush it. And he looks to you. It's just sort of like it's like he's running at this point. He's just like, try to stop it! Like, just basically just seeing if you can do something about it.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna Darth Vader like force pull in Kenobi, where he
Yep.
be the biggest snatch of my life. We'll see. That's my spell.
Don't forget, you can always push an extended roll, which just means you take levels of exhaustion for every roll.
Well, okay. So the fun part is because I soul burned last thing, I had 1 round of like total exhaustion, and that's gone now.
Yeah.
So I'm back up to full, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah. So your tolerance should be
Empty.
fine. Like I said, I don't think you have any exhaustion.
Yeah. So yeah, Danny's gonna do a stunt and try to like do that hold against the maglev and pull it back down.
All right.
So I'm gonna extended roll. Is that what you want?
Yeah, you can do an extended roll. So what's your evocation? Was it 3?
Evocation is a 3.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 3, 2, 1 like that. You'll have 3 levels of exhaustion that are standard. They can't be pushed away.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And because I just we can decide how and when milestones kick in. I got a milestone after last session, so that the first point of exhaustion for each spell cast is ignored. That's the milestone I got. But
cool. That means that you're probably only going to take 2 points of exhaustion then.
I'll do that extended.
Bare minimum.
So am I doing the snatch spell, which would have a target of 7?
You're basically modifying it to do this. You're not trying to pull it towards you. You're like trying to drag it down to the ceiling or to the rooftop. So you're just modifying what that is.
Still 7 for this.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, you know the snatch spell well enough. You're basically just changing point of direction.
Okay, so here's the 3.
Nice.
And then the 2.
And
then the 1.
Damn.
So
I wanted 5 successes. I didn't know how you were going to pull that off. Jesus Christ. You got 3 successes on the 2 dice. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That's insane.
All right. So Barnaby at this point is he's running breakneck speed to get there. Vix is actually kind of following up. Brenner and Silva are behind you, with Tiberius kind of pushing them forward. There is a lot of action happening below, but your concentration is now holding this vehicle in place. You can't believe it, but you can actually feel a pressure all over your shoulder, all on the inside of your gut, and on your arms. It's like you're actually physically holding something in place. You can feel it resisting you, but it doesn't have enough power to overdo it. It's almost like it's almost like you're arm wrestling a toddler. And so you can feel the strength in it, but it's not disrupting you. You can hold it for now, and as long as you don't break concentration, you won't have to worry about it. But yeah, Vix sprints past, following up on Barnaby's rear. And they try to get up to the vehicle, and they start kind of shouting the rest of it. The guy on the inside of the vehicle is like doing this number where he's like trying to figure out why Maglev hasn't like lifted him up off the actual thing. He's just stuck there, so he doesn't know what's going on. And Vix is more or less
Maybe he's
just
gonna
like
hit puberty from this.
So you're just sitting there like holding on to it as much as you possibly can. In one part astonished that it's working, and another part you're just kind of like, don't let it go. Yeah, so good job. Vix is, like I said, at the front. You don't know what he's talking about, but everything's kind of in a haze. Okay, so you're holding the vehicle in place. Barnaby and Vix are trying to manipulate something, and we have Brenner and Silva just kind of like keeping low and out of the way, trying not to get in the way of anybody. Bill, it's back to you, sir. Your attack.
Bill!
So he's steadily moving back towards the fire escape, but he's doing kind of like he's serpentining in the way and how he's striking. So he's going to do 4 strikes.
Okay. Damn, that's a crit.
We'll deal with it.
Oh, damn.
We'll deal with those crits in a minute.
These are all just the first attacks.
Well, that's
Yeah.
just the first attack.
First 2 attacks, by the way.
First attack. You rolled a crit.
And I roll a crit on the second attack.
Well, you're not rolling for the second attack yet. You have to roll for the crit first. But you can go ahead and... Yeah, I suppose you can want to split them up. That's fine.
Sorry, I just rolled my 4. So, yeah.
You're good.
That first attack's gonna be juicy.
Weaving a tapestry of violence.
So 17 on the dice for the first one, hey?
Yes.
And then what's the second one?
So the first
15 and
the
17.
first- so you got 40. 40 on the first roll. And then you have 37 on the... No, 38 on the second roll. Then 25 and 27.
13. Okay. So your first 2 strikes definitely make contact. You cut hard. There is a serious slash that goes across the chest. It tries to, counter. Apparently makes a sort of human mistake and tries to make a parry from the right side, but his arm is mutilated still, and you end up cutting into that even further, causing this to literally just completely come off. The arm's just missing, but it cuts into the chest as well. So the 2 cuts are rapidly fast, doing a grand total of 35 extra damage that they didn't need to do anyway. And you can see that your sword, whenever you started pushing through, whenever you started making those, your sword kind of cut through whatever field was going on, and then he manages to pass or disperse the other ones with his left arm. So
Okay.
the first 2 definitely hit, and they do sink in. What's the total damage of your sword, though? Because there's
16.
16, so that's 32. Wow, you did a lot.
And he's just retreating back to the store. He's basically keeping himself between Hugh and Tony, but he's also moving back because he wants to escape.
Okay. Wow, dude. Nice job. You did some serious harm to this thing. It is definitely not human. The material that it seems to be made out of is also extremely good, high quality. You felt that blade not cut like butter. You had to do it properly. There was a lot of resistance on that edge. You're actually kind of concerned that maybe the edge may have been dulled from going through it like that. But it basically comes in for a counterattack. It does a sweeping blow first
Okay.
with a 28.
And we'll parry. 33. Oh,
Oh my
crit.
god, it's crit. Dice are loving you tonight, Bill.
Yeah, they are.
So that's going to be 40. 41.
Right, so you definitely managed to parry that one, no problem. He then follows up with a 34, hucking one of those other grenades down the hallway past you.
He tries to knock the grenade out of the air.
Yep,
with
I know
the
you
parry.
would. Gotta get a 34, brother.
Wait.
You knock
I'm
it
gonna
closer to us.
I'm going to use my last luck. So just 1d10.
Yeah, if you're doing a reroll, yep.
Yeah.
So, let's see. You need 10 more, though. You're gonna have to make a crit. What the hell's gonna happen?
Second one.
Nope.
5 short. It's fast. Too fast. Your gut sinks right out of you. Just right to the floor. You realize the grenade is going right past, and there's nothing you can do to stop it at this point because it just goes whizzing on by. I need a combat sense from you, Hugh.
You?
Yeah, Hugh. You're the one that's down the hallway, dragging the
She was like, I didn't even know
unconscious
that.
Tony.
Okay. Okay.
Suddenly,
Let's see.
Riv pops up,
9.
and
I'm just getting Eighth Guard of the Red vibes all over again.
He didn't last terribly long. I think it was like, what, 2 sessions tops?
yep.
Before he got
I
riddled
rolled
by that
a-
AV.
I rolled a 4, but I think this feels important, so I'm gonna get some luck. I'm gonna reroll. That costs 2 luck. It sucks having so low luck. I need to boost that up more.
You're playing Shadows on hard mode, brother.
Seriously.
So I got a total of 12.
All right. In this case, you're not going to notice it. You're going to be at a mild deficit, so you're going to be at surprise. Bill, you already know what's going on. You know where the grenade's going. You can shout off a warning to give Hugh a chance to move.
He just throws.
Funny as
X.
the meat shit.
Well, he doesn't know what a grenade is, but he knows what they are concept-wise.
Right.
He goes, Hugh, explode a rock.
Yeah. Well, you hear the as you hear it roll up towards. Okay. I want you to make. You won't be able to move with Tony in your grip like this.
No, I'm
So-
gonna drop him like a stack of rocks.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do about it. Because if you hold on to him, you'll just get blasted.
No.
Um,
So I mean, I saw his thing go in the back into place. I saw he was a werewolf. Like, I know what werewolves are like. They can take a beating. So I was like, I'm just trying to get him out of the way. But so I
well,
don't,
either way,
there's
you've
no
got
empathy
you have
here.
2 directions that you can go into, and you can make an essence like a mobility essence check to move your ass faster than the before before it cooks off, and see if that will do the trick.
Use your vibro bat.
Yeah.
Knock it back down the hallway.
Oh, man, that
Well,
would
the
be
problem is if he
it'll
knocks
hit
it back
the
that way, it
explode.
could hit Malcolm.
And if I do an essence check, I still have to do my negatives on my health levels.
Right, you have a minus
Because of my
3.
health level.
Yeah, you have minus 3 dice. What's your mobility?
5. I mean, 2 dice.
Yowzers.
Better start critting.
I'm gonna say it's like 2 successes standard target though. Let's see what you get. Oh Jesus!
I got 1 success. If I had the dice to re-roll, I would have re-rolled that too. But
Okay, what's your
Nope,
total
not
HP?
I've got 2 health left. No, I'm joking. My total HP without before, or my HP currently.
What is your HP right now? What's your current?
It's at 16.
Okay. So, the grenade goes down. And you're like, "You bloody rock!" Like that. He goes thump, like goes and tries to run. You hear the like that. You feel that gravitational shift in the atmosphere. Your ears pop because it causes pressure to change everywhere. And then I need you to make like a body essence check, Bill, to keep from like losing your footing because some powerful invisible force pulls you backward into the hallway.
threshold.
Probably going to be a threshold 3, but you need target 8 like normal.
Oh, target 8.
Yeah.
Okay, target 8. Fail 1. Explode 10. One result.
Okay, so he gets sucked into it. The both of you suffer 20 points of damage.
Oh, I'm dead.
Actually, so
That
does
sucks.
Tony. Yeah, you feel that force pull you, Bill, and you go crashing back at massive speeds. You're hurtled into Hugh. You hear a horrifying bone crunch as you go smacking into him and get pulled into the center and then go limp right over the top where Tony was already being compressed yet again into a mushy ball. And then you guys just land. Hugh is utterly unconscious.
I'm dead. I'm 100% dead.
Yes.
I'm past
Well, I mean,
3 past my health points.
I think we actually offered up for 1 death save. Am I not mistaken, Scott?
Death and dying, bring it up.
Yeah, we got to find out. We got to make sure we're following this. We're testing it.
Okay. Fire it all up. Suspense is killing me.
Let's see. When a character reaches 0 in all health levels, they are near death. They get 1 chance to survive the damage dealt, and 1 chance only. In order to survive long enough, the character must create a tremendous force of will to keep breathing. The dying character must succeed a will check, target 9, with 3 successes to survive. If this fails, they are deceased. There you go.
Okay, so roll on your will then.
If an ally is nearby when they fall, they can attempt a first aid check, target number 20, to stabilize, which reduces the threshold from 3 to 2.
I don't think Malcolm's in any sense to be able to do.
What's the damage that you have right now? What's your hit points, Bill?
Oh, I've got 15 left.
Oof. It's a good thing you don't have to worry about those pain penalties.
When it's a will check, it's a will essence check, right? That's why we do
Yes,
these.
that's all. Will's always rolled us an essence check, yeah.
Yeah, I was just checking.
I'm at 0 too, right? So do I roll?
Nope, you regenerate. Unless it's silver, you literally just come back from it after an hour or 2. Unless, of course, your body is utterly destroyed, in which case it takes you a month.
Like Deadpool style.
Get the little hands coming out.
Yeah.
So I could wake up in a dumpster then. Okay.
Let's see here. So my will is 4d10. I'm not gonna survive this. Target 9.
Target 9, threshold 3 is what we're after. Let's see what we got.
I actually got it.
Nice.
Holy crap! I did not expect that.
So you're at basically that last health level has 1 HP in it.
Let's see. How do I even... So it's like 38? No. 37? 36? I can't like input the health level, so I have to change my damage taken until it works. There it goes, 35. Wow. I'm in pain.
You're out. You're completely out.
Yeah.
You're in a coma.
Yeah.
All right. Bill, you get up. Both Tony and Hugh are out.
Yeah, but
They look mangled.
The target's still active, right?
Yes. It's actually approaching where you guys have been sort of huddled together in this mass.
How does it look mechanically? Like, does it look like it's stumbling? Does it look like it's injured at all?
The damage seems to be very heavily sustained on its right side. The chest is exposing some part of its internal machination, but it is still functional. It looks like it's still quite dangerous.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't really have a choice at this point. He will not abandon his colleagues.
Yeah.
Especially Hugh. So he is going to do pinpoint attacks into the exposed chest.
All right.
Try to stab at like its heart. So he's going to be very, very aggressive.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything that now he only has his abilities. So 26.
Nice. Okay.
26.
I mean, we have comms.
Yep.
31.
No, I'm out.
And 30. So as
The
he's
comms
as
pick up the explosion.
as he kind of does these thrusting attacks to get into like the chest cavity, he activates the comm and says, um, "Barnaby, two down," and then he just bellows, "Phenoculian!" and charges in.
There we go. Brain was not working for me. All
So
right.
he comms to Barnaby, two her down,
Right. So
and then he
we
charges
have-
in with the McDonald battle cry.
right, and your sword damage is only 16. What's your
It's 16 with withering.
withering? Okay. But you're going for armor exposed areas, which is where that kind of comes
so
in.
he's trying to do pinpoint strikes.
Yeah.
He's not trying to do slashes. He's trying to thrust into the what he thinks is the heart, right?
Right.
Because he can only operate off his understanding.
Yeah. So again, you come cleaving through this thing's defenses, through that field and into the armor. You feel that grinding sensation as you actually make these pinpoint strikes. It tries to avoid and tries to bat away, but you're so fast at these thrusts that it is not catching up. One of them actually does get stopped. The second one of the four that's in this barrage goes in fairly deeply. That's right. So you're doing some pretty significant damage to this thing. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to be... Hold on. So... If you weren't attacking the weak points, his armor would have stopped it completely. But because you're basically pulling a stunt, I'm allowing you to bypass. All right. Yep. Damn. Well, it steps back for a half a moment, then realizes that this is getting very bad. And then you hear this cocking sound in in its left arm. When it pops over, there's a second aperture that's going right along like where the radial bone line is. It just pops up out of the arm, and it just does the sweeping attack once and then twice. It's a thin, like pencil-tight beam of red energy that he's basically slashing at you with.
Oh, we're gonna do a dodge.
Yep.
We're not gonna parry that shit.
Too bad you didn't have any silver, right?
$19.
D19.
Next, what's the second dodge?
I've heard about first
Crit.
breakfast.
But what about second breakfast?
So 27 on the second.
27 on the second? Oh, God, you were so fucking close. His beam is not as nearly as good as the rest of them.
We're gonna have to like play 10 years later when Danny's like old, and he's like, oh, back in the day.
All right, you're going to need to make that will essence
Not
check
old,
for me,
like
please.
20.
Still holding the hovercraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he goes like that, and you end up getting this severing. Like you go to dodge, you see that your right leg comes off first, right above the knee, and then it comes back with the second slash, and you try to put your hand up like this, and it lops the arm off here from the elbow at the joint. It's actually your left arm, right leg, left arm. It was 30
it'd
damage
be
in
weird
all.
if it was the right leg and
Okay,
right arm.
Will essence.
It's a will essence check. Yeah, same thing for
Target.
target is 9.
Jesus. Oh, I have 0 fucking luck. God damn it. 2 degrees of success.
Okay, so you'll be out for a minute. You're not dead, but there's a problem. Because of the fact that you have been knocked into a state of, like, vampiric coma, when you wake up, you will need blood, and you will take it from the nearest possible source, and it will take everything you've got not to drain somebody, even if you like them. Because you'll have to regenerate
Send
everything
Vix
that's
down.
going on. What?
Even if
Send
he has,
Vix
even
down.
if he has, even if he has his blood pills and flask.
You're going to look for a live source. It's kind of a frenzy.
Okay, so he's going to be in a frenzy. Okay.
Right. That's why I'm saying you're going to have to resist it. Yes, you have those things, but you're going to have to make sure you don't flip out and eat somebody. But you're not dead. You didn't get staked, and you didn't have your head. You weren't decapitated, but you did lose limbs. All right. You had called out the 2 down. You don't know necessarily what happens, but you hear the 2 down over comms. You don't know what's going on, but you actually see puffs of smoke coming, like, because you're still kind of at the stage where you're standing near where the fire escape meets the rooftop, Danny. So you're kind of like looking down. You can see this nasty looking cutting beam going through it a couple of times, coming out across the way there, and then just blooming into nothing as it goes through some of the material. So you know some shit's bad, and then the comms go dead quiet. There's no more sounds of gunfire, no more sounds of action, nothing. And, Brenner is just kind of looking at you. He looks over to the car. He basically he does this thing where he just does this hand motion open and outward. Because they've been trying to get into the vehicle.
We need like a Tears of the Kingdom ascend right up through the ceiling.
Well, he does this, and then the vehicle's door goes like that and pulls open. He's like, and Vix goes hopping on the inside, and he looks over at you. He gives it just a like. You guys are hearing this like sort of scuffle on the inside of the vehicle. Vix kind of has a weird, kind of a semi-nasty streak as he goes jumping on the inside. It's not like well trained. He's just kind of like screaming, jumping in there, kind of gets into a fisticuffs fight, and then like kind of gets this guy dragged out. Barnaby kind of helps, and they bring out the pilot, and they just kind of hold him at gunpoint. Vix actually hops into the vehicle seat. He actually does this number where he's like looking around. He's just like, "Come on!" like that, and goes, well, like basically ushering for you guys to start moving forward. Out of the corner of your eye, you see something crawl out of the window and start coming up the stairs.
Wow, it ignored
Huh?
the targets. That's nice of it. I guess it was after
All
Danny that
the
was
targets,
so.
all the targets are down at the moment.
Yeah, but I guess that shows how efficient it is, because like a normal human would have like done the double tap thing, like make sure we're dead kind of thing.
Well, and it also might
I'm-
actually have a
I'm
secondary
I'll
mission.
take
That's
that.
a fair point to point out. You don't know exactly what his true mission is, but it's definitely there. Regardless, Danny, as it's coming out the window, you actually have a moment to strike first. Because it's not going to know that you're necessarily there. It's just going to be coming out to do something. But you catch it as it's coming out the window.
So what is its current state? Because basically, after Danny did that initial attack on the inside, he like beelined for the window, and
It's missing
all
its
this
right arm.
had
Most
been
of this
going on.
area has been completely shredded. Parts of the chest piece and plate are exposed. There's a lot of exposure here on the inside. It's not enough that you would think like it's not like rended outward like some big gaping wound, but you can tell that there was a breach here at the center chest line.
Okay.
It is not moving very well. It's also kind of like a little herky-jerky, but it is definitely moving.
Okay, so I'm gonna load myself up and try to static burst it down. EMP, drop it. because
Okay.
he doesn't have the oomph to like beat it down. So he's gonna aim for that exposed, cavity, and try and just short the thing out.
Right.
So it's a static burst is a target 8, threshold 2,
Okay.
and I don't know if I'm allowed to soul burn twice in the same fight.
I
But
don't know if it doesn't specify per encounter, then you can
it
technically do
doesn't
it.
say. It just says the exhaustion penalty lasts 1d4 rounds, and
Yeah.
it's been past that. But
So in other words, you can fire it
Yeah.
off again.
all right, I'm gonna soul burn. I'm gonna do 4. Add 4 dice to it, so it'll be a 7d10 evocation with
Okay.
a target 8, threshold 2. And
You got it.
that's I have a luck, so I will spend 2 luck to bump that 7 up to an 8 and the 1 up to a 2. So that'll give me 4 successes.
Look
Okay.
at you.
What's your spell power again?
My spell power is 10.
That's 30 points of electrical damage on the inside of the device. So you're like, oh, like that. You can hear your father goes like, Danny! Like that as he's like basically looking down from where he's out of the, like nearer on the stepway. And you just like hold your hand out. Now what's interesting is that you feel this like sudden slowdown. You just do this thing where you kind of feel like the power rush from your electrostatic and biological system charging down into your hand. It's silent. There's not really like an arc of electricity, but you feel a pop, and it just goes. You hear the drone be like Tiberius, like that. And you can see him kind of like step back, and then it goes pop, fry. Smoke comes flying out of the gaping hole on the side, and it just goes stiff for a minute, and just like that, and falls down into the street below.
All right, so Danny is apparently Sith because, he's going force lightning and pulling down ships. So, with that being done, then I'm gonna run back over and go, check on the people. Since the ship has been landed and the cybernetic threat has been stopped for now.
Yeah. So you're going in and checking through the window.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go. I'm wondering why they haven't come back out.
That's always a
So-
good sign when the enemy comes out of the hole that we're running out of, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna, run back, grab Barnaby, and go running back, in to try and get them.
No, not that. Okay, so you go running down. You scamper down. You're like doing that hop thing, adrenaline high, and totally fatigued out of your mind. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me, just so I have an idea. I don't think it's going to matter. We're past the encounter anyway, but I want to see exactly how long it'll last.
1 round.
There you go. Yeah. So the adrenaline helps you push
And
right
I-
through it.
Yeah, that's.
So when you get to the window, you can see a tremendous amount of, there's a pile of people sort of midway through the hall. Hugh is bloodied to the point where you can't really see much of it. There's so much blood on his face, his clothes, you can't tell what's wound or what's fabric. You're not sure exactly what's going on with that. There are 2 other individuals, the 2 screaming, scrambling, insane ones, who were caught in the blast as well, rumpled up into a heap on the sides of the hallway and underneath. And then you have Malcolm, who looks dead. He just looks dead. Because he's not moving or breathing, and he
Yeah.
never did anyway. But he's also missing, his left arm and his right leg at the joints.
So cool or sanity? Which one do you want?
You're going to
Because
roll your cool.
Danny has never seen anything like this.
Yeah. You're going to be rolling your cool check to stay cool under pressure.
Oh, that would suck. That would suck.
Okay. Cool essence. Oh yeah,
You keep it
I
down.
mean, type in the rest of the stuff, but I'm very cool under fire, apparently.
It's the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your gut sinks, but you're like, oh god.
Yeah, so I got. If we're saying 8 is the
8 is standard. Yeah.
thresh or the target, I got 4 successes
Yeah.
on my cool estimate.
You did way well. You kept it together. You're just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, shit, like that. And then over comms, it's just like, what's the status down there? Where are they? Are they coming up or not?
It's gonna take some time.
It's like Barnabas is like, the hell? All right, I'm coming to you.
Need help. Need help. So Danny's gonna go check on Hugh first
Okay. Do you have first aid by chance?
because I do. He's gonna need check to see that Hugh's got a pulse and all
Yeah.
that because he doesn't regen. So I'm gonna go first aid. I got a 14 on that. So
I looked the most savable, I guess.
so 22
Out of a
first aid
out of
check
a
on
walking
Hugh.
corpse that's just not moving. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a 22 on my first aid on Hugh.
Okay. Perfect. All right. There's been enough rounds. Tony, I want you to make me a body essence check, please. Target 8. Hugh needs to be very carefully handled. You move him around, he could wind up paralyzed. You don't know exactly what kind of bone damage you're dealing with, but he's got
Yeah,
multiple
so I'm not trying
many
to heal spell
fractures.
on him.
Yeah, you're just basically like,
Remind me exactly what a body essence. I know what a body check is. What's the essence mean?
essence usually means that you're splitting that stat or ability into dice. So your body is, when you're in human form, is what?
11.
Okay, so you roll 10d10 with an automatic success. Your target number is 8, so anything 8 and above counts as a success. Any 1s will negate them.
Does explosions happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
He keeps rolling.
So 5 plus the automatic success.
So
Or
6 total.
successes.
Yeah, you kind of snap to, and you realize that you're in the hallway. Your whole body hurts. You're at 1 health level right now, but you're capable of moving. All of your primary fractures have been actually regenerated, but you're not going to be moving happily. So over the next little while, there is a problem that you become aware of almost immediately, however, because now that they are trying to assist their compatriots, you can hear that there are still footsteps and movement in the hallway down the way.
Right.
You take note of the fact that Malcolm has been injured to the point where he's still. He looks like a corpse now, instead of just being like a moving corpse.
How much knowledge do I have of vampires? Would I know that he has some sort of
Do you have an
bag
occult skill?
on him or something? I think I do. Occult lore, yeah.
Yeah. Roll that.
Just add it, roll d10 and add it, right?
Yep.
Well, 12.
12 total. He's probably
Yep.
not dead. Like, not dead in the true sense.
Right. Do I know that he carries blood bags on him or something like that? Would I know?
It's
a
not
reason
really an
or anything
apparent
like
thing.
that?
You can smell the dry, but the problem is that with your sense of smell, there's blood everywhere, so
Everything's
it's not really a way to tell.
Right. Okay. Well, I just tell Danny and says he's alive. Watch out.
Barnaby comes scuttling up to the point. He's just like, "Shit, we still got other ones down there," and they're still. And you can hear them coming. It's like, "Fuck the steps!" And he looks down at you, and he's like, "Tony, come on, move!" Like that. He starts moving down the hallway, or moving the hallway from where you guys are towards where you can hear the noises.
Can I put his leg and arm back to his body to see if he can attack?
Well,
Malcolm's?
those materials,
Yeah.
the arm and the leg, they look massively desiccated and atrophied. They don't look like they're going to fit back on.
Oh, okay.
But you could drag one of the gibbering unfortunate
dead.
souls over.
Well, they're dead, aren't they? They're all crumpled up.
Yeah, they've been smashed up quite a bit.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll just grab Malcolm by
Evict.
the leg and see if I can start dragging him out the window.
His one leg that's left.
Right. I do warn. I do mention that it says that there's still people around. I can hear them.
Yep. Well, that's what Barnaby's going now. He's defending that doorway. When he turkey peeks down that hallway, it just rips up in gunfire. There are bullets hitting all over the place. So the action begins again. But yeah, you guys are going to have to pull it through. So because of your strength, you'll have no problem with moving Malcolm whatsoever. You can get to the window, no problem. The issue right now is Malcolm and making sure that he is stabilized in some fashion to where he can be moved out. What was that spell that you said you used?
I didn't use any spells on Hugh. I
Okay.
just did a first aid check.
Right, yeah. So
I
you're basically
can
just kind of...
do the heal spell on him.
Please don't. You killed me.
The
Killed me
last
hard.
time I did, I hurt myself more.
Yeah, he's kind of at a problem right now because he's unconscious. He can't allow the magic to work through him. It'll be at that
Can't
5.
consent,
Yeah, that
yeah.
5. That'll be at that 5 threshold resistance to it.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, Barnaby's like, "We're gonna need a medic down here. Hugh's out. We gotta go!" Like that, and he starts just blind firing down the hall to give out covering fire. You can hear Brenner up from top's like, "Silva's been loaded. I'm coming."
So yeah, Danny's got a body of 4, so he's not lifting any adult
When
Yeah.
anytime soon.
when I get to the window where I have to go up the stairs, I'll put Bill over my shoulder and take him up.
Yeah, no problem. You're making your way down.
Or not Bill, but his name's Malcolm, right?
Malcolm,
I keep
yeah.
saying
Malcolm
Bill.
McDonald.
Either way, you
Yeah,
basically
Malcolm.
haul Malcolm's unconscious body up towards, up to the rooftop and start getting him towards the
Ooh.
the.
There's a pilot upstairs on the roof for Bill, for Malcolm.
Now you're seeing it.
Oh my god!
Like
Because he'll,
just putting bodies next to him like a.
he'll need to feed.
That's a good thought. I didn't think about that. That's what Tony says in character. He's like, "Oh, I didn't think
Yeah.
about that."
Okay, so Brenner crosses paths. You get up there. Brenner hauls down. You can hear over comms. It's like Barnaby's is like, "They're starting to get a little bit closer. Come on!"
Brenner, do you know how to heal?
Like, he just rushes right by. He's just like, "Go! I will take care of this. Go!" Like that, and he tells you to leave when he comes in
Make
through the
like
window.
the air cast.
And when he comes up to Barnaby, I don't know if you're going to stick around to watch what he's up to, but he'll try and do his little bit here.
I had an air cast once. Those things are cool.
An air cast.
Yeah, just to quickly immobilize a joint.
There's
It's
I
like
didn't know there was a third thing.
it goes around the joint and then it's inflated so it's like tight without like wrapping it.
Nice.
An air cast body bag
Yep.
for
With a
you.
little straw for his nose.
Brenner comes up to where Barnaby is. He comes up, he puts his hand on, he's like, "Go!" And he just nods his head. He reaches down into like air, and it feels like he's pulling up like roots or something. You can see something coming in. They start to rush up the door, like up the steps, but they're still slick with that oil. When he does that, there is this pulse, and like raw concrete just starts formulating up, seals that whole hallway door. Just seals it all the way together. He just pulls it up like this and then goes class, and you can see it just turn rock solid. And he's like looks to the side. You can hear him just like thump up against it. That's very, very low key, like low vibrations of just thudding. And then you can hear them basically shouting orders. It's not going to hold them forever, especially if they have any kind of explosives, but it stopped them at least for now.
Cool.
Yep, and then he's got one other thing to do, because you can't move you guys.
Been the hardest 12 minutes of Danny's life.
When I get up, I'm gonna tuck Malcolm in bed with the pilot.
There you go, buddy. But see, that's really bad for Malcolm, for his character, because his whole like covenant is that he hasn't eaten human. Like you're a virgin as far as
Yeah.
that goes, right?
Yeah, he's vegan.
Everybody
vegan
needs
vampire.
a cheat day.
Well, that's not information I know. So
Well, I know.
That's a really
I'm saying.
good point.
I'm pretty sure
we've
that's
never
a
had to
huge
discuss
deal for
that.
Malcolm. Yeah. Oh, you're doing fine. I'm just saying that Malcolm's gonna have a major problem soon. Because if he actually succumbs to it, he loses a lot of true faith, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he loses the true faith. Yeah.
Among other things.
Well, either
He
way,
loses his paladin status.
he, like, Hugh, make me a body essence check, please.
We get 2 automatic successes.
Well, you're gonna have to make him till you fail. Okay, that's
Get
the
a
theory.
-8 penalty, but 2 successes.
Well, that's good because I could literally only roll 1 dice because I have -5 penalty right now.
Yeah.
Heroic conditioning. It does a body good.
Dude, heroic
My
conditioning's a
goodness,
badass
yeah.
fucking perk right now. I'm really liking the fact you took it.
When I saw it, I was like, meh, all right. But it's working.
Right.
Let's see. 1d10 fail.
I think he's gonna riot if you die.
Target. Did you say 8?
Yeah, target 8.
Oh, okay. I got 4 successes. Automatic. The 1 dice I rolled.
Again, Hugh the Undertaker man
All right,
rolls 1 die, gets 4
So-
successes.
you snap awake, and you have 4 health levels returned to you.
Really?
Yes. And you sit there and you take in a breath. You're hurting. You've got Brenner over the top. His hand is shaking like this. He's got sweat coming down his face. He's like speaking in Gaelic. You don't actually know what he's saying, but it seems to be some kind of prayer. And then he pulls up on your arm. You can't help but grunt. It hurts like hell. And he's just like, come on, we've got to go now.
Let's see.
All right, everybody in the jumper.
Get to the jumper.
Yes, get to the jumper.
Wow. He healed me like 24 points
Yeah.
of health.
Well, he managed to break the seal, so he ended up getting, he used magic to heal you up, but you were able to allow it towards the end there. So those 4 successes gave you 4 instead of just 1.
Oh.
Once you
So-
cross that threshold, right?
Yeah, he did. He managed to get over the 5. His magic is ridiculous. But he's also majorly exhausted. He's taken probably 6 or 7 points of exhaustion so far.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he's not down and out, but he is close.
Oh. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
wow.
let's get out of here.
Yeah, he
Makes
hauls you
things
up.
outta
You go
here.
through there. You guys get pulled through. You can see the catastrophic one eye. You can't see through it because it's just crusted over. Like your lid just won't open. And you can taste the copperiness of everything because you've been bleeding profusely. You don't know what's going on. You don't have any serious fractures, but the pain tells you that there's still some hairlines left in there. And you get moved along. Of course, Barnaby's just I was like, okay. He's just looking at us at least he's fucking human again. Like that, and hauls Tony's naked ass into the vehicle as you guys are planning on moving it through. Not because he's
I'm
unconscious,
on my
but
own,
just
aren't
huh?
I was just like,
It's not that you're
I was just
unconscious. He's
moving
just
on my
basically
own,
go.
he's like,
But yeah.
Sure,
he's like,
Tony's got some Spanx on or something.
Well, I mean, you guys managed to
imagine
clamor
myself
into
more
this.
Like the Hulk, I have shredded shorts on.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Gotta do Hulk rolls, yeah.
Werewolf by night.
But you guys get into the vehicle, and you can see Vix is kind of doing this. He's like, "Is that everybody? All right, good." Like that. He's like, "This, and this. Got to check all this one." I'm just like, "Okay," like that, and he just like that. You can feel just like he's like, "Woohoo! Holy shit, it works!" Like, Yeah. Vix, all that study, everything he was learning about vehicles finally pays off.
Yeah, my boy Vix.
Dicks.
All he's
Coming
done
in
so far
hot.
is eat pizza rolls, make idle comments in the background. Now it's more important.
Knew we
Your
saved
All right.
princess has become the journeyman.
Knew we saved him for a reason.
Okay, so we don't know where anywhere is because we're in the Daedalus belt.
You guys are at the safe house inside the Daedalus belt, but all of your assets and resources have been completely
That house is not
obliterated.
safe.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Right. But I mean, like, Danny's never been outside of the New York Metro.
No, yeah, you don't know where you
We
are
need
because
to
of
go-
Well,
familiarity.
Tiberius probably knows where to go next. I mean, he's around. He's smart.
We
Well,
need
he's
to
sitting
go,
up. He's sitting up front with Vix
old
at this
school
point.
Underground.
Huh?
Tony says that we need to go old school underground. No tech, hide in a hole for a little bit.
Barnaby,
Cave with a couple
he
of IVs.
he checks his empty magazine. He's like, at this point, I'm not actually going to argue with that fucking idea. He loads up a fresh one and holsters it. Oh,
It wouldn't be a bad idea to throw out any tech we have because we don't know how they tracked us either.
and it's like, fair enough, but we're gonna have to get as far as we can for now. Vix, just drive. Don't stop. Push this thing to the limit. Even hit at the coast. I don't care, but get us the hell out of here. And he's like, no problem. Oh yeah.
Where we're going, we don't need any roads.
All right. So one last couple of things here. Bill, make me a will check again, please.
Willy Billy.
And he's lying right next to the pilot, and I'm holding them together like crazy.
Well, I don't know
Use
that you
the
guys
kilt
would have
to,
brought
like,
the
tie
pilot
them.
on the vehicle with you. I think you probably would have left him on the
Probably.
rooftop.
Probably not.
Snacks.
Snacks,
Target.
yeah.
Target.
Target's still 9.
The quiet.
One.
You roll
One.
inside the chat.
One degree
Oh.
success.
Okay.
Oh, you got 2 10s.
Yeah, but I got one fail, so 1 degree success.
Okay.
So you roll your other 10.
Yeah,
I
it
did.
didn't roll another 10. So
Oh, it
it
did?
rolled the
Yeah.
10. Yeah, it didn't
10
roll the second
exploded
one.
to another 10.
Yeah, it didn't roll it twice. It doesn't do continuous explosions. There's another one.
That's a
Oh
triple.
my god!
Holy shit, boss.
Another one. Another one.
Well, that's
There.
3 successes. When you snap awake, what's your blood pool at? Where was it whenever you got knocked over?
It's at 4.
It's at 4. Okay, so here's the deal. You're back at 1 health level. You will spend 3 of those unconsciously. So you're down to 1. And you've regenerated 3 health levels because of it. Which means that your arm and your leg immediately materialize, but you are hungry. Everybody in this vehicle, as you snap awake and regenerate suddenly, looks like a hamburger to you.
A
Or
vegan
an
burger, you mean?
eggplant.
He's vaguely kind of weakened, so he's trying to reach toward his flask. Like you just see you see his eyes like scrunched closed. Like if he opens them, he's gonna
Yeah.
look at somebody. Like he's
Yeah.
in pain, closing his eyes. And you just see the fangs and the drool just like pouring off his mouth as the limbs, and his hand is trying to crawl towards the flask.
Yep.
And we left his jacket. No, just kidding.
And he just basically just downs all his blood pills. Like you just see like him pour pills in his mouth and just pour the blood all in his mouth and just gulps it down.
Okay. How much is that going to grant you in that flask, I wonder?
Having those blood packs like a Capri Sun.
Yeah, so blood pack can get him up to a full flask will get him up to full.
Okay. So if you drain that whole thing, you will be able to, like, regenerate yourself to full health, and no longer be frenzied.
Okay.
So how many health levels do you have left? He's got 4 back. How many were remaining?
1.
Okay, so you just need to bloop, you just pop it up once, and then you're back to full, but you can feel yourself as if it's like you're having phantom sensations, like your heart is actually supposed to be beating, and you expect it to be, even though it's not done that in hundreds of years.
Okay, so he downed all 20 pills.
Yep.
So he has no more blood pills, and he has no more flasks.
Yeah, he's full up. His blood pool, ready to go, but he's out of resources.
Yeah, he's out of the stopgaps.
Yep.
What's Tony doing?
Probably he's sitting kind of like so because he can't sit on the seat. He's too big. He's pushed up against the other door on the floor with his back up against that doorway facing the opposite one. And then you've got Bill who just suddenly popped into popped in from the seat because he was like sat up on the seat and leaned against the window.
So Tony, do you just like your wounds close and all that as you regen?
Yeah, he's just going to be slowly like
technically,
healing
he
all the
would
way
know
up.
more than me, but yes.
Do they leave scars and all that, or do they just close
Nope,
like
they
fresh
seal.
skin?
Yep. He's got little pink strips where there's any kind of cuts or any kind of damage. Wherever the skin was torn or ripped or anything like that, seals back up and kind of comes back as that pinkish baby skin.
Exfoliating,
I
basically.
think anything that drops me to 0 should leave a scar. That's my opinion.
That's the thing about werewolves. The only thing that leaves scars on you is silver.
That's true.
What
Does
are those
Tony have like a cool
scars?
silver like tattoo that he got done? Like
Right, you
the-
get silver burned into your
scarring.
arm. You think,
That's actually a tradition among some of them. Yeah, that's something that they do.
I like it. You got like Killmonger studs for each person you've taken out.
Well,
no.
in this case, Vix
I'm
is going to just haul ass. Bill successfully managed not to eat anyone in the vehicle. And, yeah, you guys were pushed to the nth degree. And you don't know who your real
Yeah.
assailant is.
That was the closest that we've been to death.
On
There's a lot
multiple
of
fronts.
Saves there.
That was
Yeah.
close.
And that was legit. There was no number fudging.
Yeah, no overpunching. Although I wasn't sure. Afterwards, I was like, do I add penalties? I still had 4.
Oh yeah, do werewolves have pain the same
Yes,
way?
they do have pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good
when I
to
rolled my
know
body,
for-
I forgot about the penalties, but I still had the 4 successes because of the 10s I rolled.
Right now, because of how fast you were regenerating, you were pretty much done by the time I asked you to do it. Because it's per round, and you have
Yeah, right.
10 health levels, which means that in 27 seconds, you were already healed all the way back up to full.
That was a very fast 2 hours. Can I just say, like, my heart is going.
Yeah, I was gonna
my
say
God.
like
I wasn't
how
even
did-
in
I thought
danger.
that-
I was like chilling on the roof.
I thought that
I'm
was
just chilling where we're dying.
I thought
So
that was a
Danny's
total party
like-
kill like 3 times,
Yeah,
like outright total party
it's
kill.
over. It's over, man. It's
Oh.
over.
yeah. Well,
Tiberius is frustrated. He wasn't able to free his son from the clutches of these evil degenerates.
and I was gonna say, how do you guys like my Mark 7 combat drone?
Holy crap!
That
Fuck
thing felt like
that
a
Eric
God
would
mod.
love to fight it.
Yeah. So
What's
Daddy
that?
wants to know what his IP is after that bullshit.
Mark 7.
By the
I
way-
can't wait to see the healer Mark 8.
To answer your question from earlier about what kind of those are called whiplash grenades. They create an inverse
Okay.
gravitational field and literally cause everything to be catastrophically sucked into the center zone.
It's an implosion.
Adding
Yeah.
that to the
No.
list.
So any
I didn't
objects
expect
caught within all
when I
slam
jumped
into
on
each
it.
other. And it does 20
I like it.
damage.
That is disgusting, and I
That's
love it.
brutal.
And he had
I'm kinda
2 of the
glad I jumped
fuckers.
on it. I was wondering what it would do if I didn't.
Yeah.
That would have incapacitated us faster.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
That was really brutal.
Well, and it makes you wonder exactly who the hell is sending out something like that to come kill y'all.
I did
No
catch
shit.
at the end that the drone was like Tiberius
Yeah.
right before
And then you fried
I
it.
yeeted it off the.
I have a theory. It's Danny from the future trying to kill himself.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
I feel like Chief O'Brien from DS9 was like, I hate temporal mechanics. Like,
Yeah. Inky, are you still watching? 10 o'clock.
Go to bed.
No school. It's summer break.
Oh,
yeah. Oh! Faintly. So funny. All right.
just
Well,
the chat.
I think because of a near-death experience, I would say that I'll tack on 25 to the usual 10 IP anyway, so that's 35 this round.
Wow.
I haven't been keeping track of that, so I don't know how that works.
That's a bummer.
You get 1 per session or 10 per session.
I think was my 3rd or 4th.
I think this is your second.
No, it's been more than
we've
two.
missed. We've only had a couple because you've had to skip out some of the ones that we haven't played.
We had the lobby where I met everybody.
Yeah, that was the
flying
first
one,
session.
And the one
Mhm.
we
That was still the same
and the
session
one
though.
where- was it? I thought
Mhm.
the flying one where we were flying was different.
No, because
So
you guys
there
were
were the
leaving.
three then.
You guys were leaving the hotel, and then you guys got like nearly knocked out of the air, and then you landed on the
Then it would
safe
be
house.
3.
That would make sense.
Then it would be 3.
So you have 30 IP.
Yeah, Hugh almost died. Like died. He was
So
right
his
there.
30
Yeah, I
IP,
was like-
his 30
I was
IP
out of luck.
plus the 25.
Yes.
Where did I record that?
Yeah.
It's going to be at the IP section there, towards the top
Oh.
middle of the front page.
Ugh, it's fucking nasty.
I cannot
Sorry,
believe I lived.
I'm still
I had
getting
two
old.
different. I had 2 different opportunities not to fail, and I got 10s all across the board, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I wasn't using the explosive rounds in that pistol that I originally set up anyway. I was like, nah, that's probably going to be too much. So,
And I was just happy I got the crits that I did.
yeah, you
Jesus.
guys were critting
Not a
like
lot, though.
crazy.
Yeah, the dice were loving us tonight.
Yeah, that shield was only able to stop like ballistics. That's all it was for. And because you were moving fast enough, you were resisting the shield. It was slowing you down, but it wasn't stopping the damage. But you were also attacking like vulnerable points, so his armor wasn't stopping the strikes. And you're rolling too high for you not to be able to hit it if you miss it, if he's unable to get out of the way.
I'm just glad I pulled off a couple of magic stunts.
You did.
Dude, you did great. I think you knocked out the 2 drones that were going to basically spray everybody with like fast rounds.
Yeah, Danny the grenade would have eaten Danny. He's got 20 hit points. So
Yeah.
that would have just been gone.
Yeah, well, and that friggin' drone was strategic. He was like, fine, he's trying to stop me from getting up. I'll stop him from leaving.
Yeah, I like it.
God,
Ooh.
yeah, those whiplash grenades are
Good session.
nasty. I'm
want
so
some.
glad that he didn't get your head with that laser.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
had
I
to
would have
grow a
felt
whole
really
new
bad
body.
if I somehow survived and Bill's character again died in our sessions.
Right? was that
in
an
our
already one?
previous,
That's happened before.
Fifth character.
yeah,
Good
he had like a
God.
really cool character and died in the first like 3 sessions.
Yeah, it was within the first 3. He got completely railroaded by vehicle fire. He was hit with
And then
like
And I almost was like, I don't want to play this
No,
game.
he was
This is dumb.
killed by the
It's true.
the outsider. He was killed by the outsider demon.
oh, there was that. Oh, he almost died because of the vehicle weapon damage. That was in the
Yeah,
street
but he-
beforehand.
he
Yeah.
died-
And then he did,
died
yeah.
because of the demon.
Yeah,
And
that
then,
that queen nasty mutated thing just basically smacked you around and took you out.
And then the cult actually had a great death.
Sacrificed himself. That was a
Yeah.
beautiful death.
And then then we had Agent X who lived through it. And now we're on Malcolm.
Yeah, I love the fact that Scott brought up the fact he almost quit the game. He's like, I don't know if I want to play this.
Yeah. It was a long text back and forth with Bill. Like, I don't
He's like,
this
it's
is
okay,
dumb.
man, it's okay.
I don't want to play.
Of course.
This is like these rules make no sense. It's written on like the back of a napkin. You're just making stuff up. You almost died.
Right.
Like, just I don't want to play this.
And now you're writing the CRB.
And he was like,
So
just try like one more session.
my job is done.
Yeah.
It's like one more session, and I was like, all right. 3
Once you
years
learn the
later-
role,
Yeah, 3
another
years
napkin
later.
shows up.
3 years later.
Right. Yeah, well, I'm glad you stuck it out because it's been worth it.